Maya's voice was low.
Calm.
Too calm. One football player groaned, clutching his ribs. Another lay flat on the grass, staring up at the sky like it had betrayed him. The field, once ruled by the team, had gone silent, except for the fading echo of cleats retreating in shame. They hadn't expected resistance, especially not from two quiet black girls they thought would shrink away. But Jada and Maya weren't just students. They were weapons disguised as whispers. This wasn't a fight. It was a reckoning. The sun dipped low over Crestwood University's football field, casting golden light across the bleachers, where whispers often traveled faster than truth. Jada and Maya, 19-year-old identical twins, had only transferred a few weeks ago. Quiet.
Composed.
To many, unbothered. But their silence wasn't shyness. It was strategy. Most knew them only as the black twins who don't talk much. What they didn't know was that these sisters were nationally ranked martial artists, black belts since the age of 16. Trained by a grandmother who believed true power never needed to be shouted. At this predominantly white university, however, respect was rationed, especially by the football team. The players didn't like how the twins moved through campus, unimpressed by their status, immune to intimidation. Rumors sparked, tensions brewed, until one Friday evening, on the same field where legends were made, the game changed, and this time, the twins weren't on the sidelines. The stands were empty. Dusk had settled. Jada and Maya jogged across the turf, taking their usual shortcut back to the dorms. Then came the footsteps. Heavy. Intentional. "Hey," a voice barked. For players from the defensive squad stepped onto the field. Broad-shouldered, cocky, grinning with the kind of malice that hides behind jokes. "You think you're better than us?" one sneered. "Too good to smile at us? You ain't even that cute." The twins didn't respond.
Calm.
Silent. One of the players rushed forward and shoved Maya hard in the back. She stumbled a step, but didn't fall. "What now, ninja girl?" Another laughed. Wrong move. In a blink, Maya pivoted, grabbed his jersey, and dropped him with a clean hip throw.
Gasps.
Silence. Another charged at Jada, only to be swept mid-stride and slammed flat onto the turf. The twins didn't yell. They didn't panic. Their movements were crisp, fluid, practiced. It wasn't a fight. It was a lesson. Phones came out.
Cleats scattered.
By the time the last player staggered upright, bloody with bruised pride, the field no longer belonged to them. Under the stadium lights, they had picked a fight and walked into a masterclass in regret. By morning, video clips were everywhere, slow-motion replays of 4 football players being dismantled by 2 silent, disciplined girls. While many students cheered, the administration frowned. In the coach's office, the twins sat with perfect posture as questions flew. "Why didn't you just walk away? Wasn't that excessive?" Jada looked him straight in the eye. "We were on the field. They brought the game." It wasn't just about self-defense. It was about the long history of being quiet, being polite, being visible, but overlooked. In those few minutes on that field, Jada and Maya didn't just defend themselves. They shattered a narrative. The football players faced suspension. The twins were invited to speak at campus forums. But they shared more than just what happened that night. They spoke of the weight of silence, of being underestimated, of being told to stay calm in the face of disrespect. They explained that discipline isn't weakness. Restraint is strength. Jada and Maya never sought violence. But when cornered, they reminded the world. Strength has no skin tone, no gender, and no need for permission. They didn't win because they fought. They won because they knew exactly when not to. Their story is now a warning. Be careful who you try to break. Some were built to bend. Others were trained to rise.